everybody, it is time for a scrapbook process video for 52 52 favorite photos. Why did I say regular? Well, I'm calling it regular because it's supposed to be like your journaling type photos or whatever, but 52 favorite photos for 52 weeks. I did not combine this one with my 30 days of sketches because I wanted to try to have a picture that was I was far ahead on my sketches, and I want to make sure I had something, kind of close in time. So the photo I have, or photos, is Mr. Oreo. So the dogs would not stay out of his food, just wouldn't. We tried putting it on the table, and it was ended up on the kitchen counter, which no, I don't want that. So I found this little this little set of stuff on Amazon, this little cat deal. You put the food up here, so he hops from here to here to here, and he likes it. He sits up there, and I got this little picture. It's so cute. And it goes with my counterfeit kit, you guys. So I guess technically this is a counterfeit kit hop as well, or thing as well. And this is the last 3 pages from my counterfeit kit, so I'm really proud. I've actually used pretty much all of it. I'm going to use the last little bits here. I may end up with a scrap or something, but I got all these little ephemeras here. That's going to get put back with my 49 market when I do. And I have these here still yet. So I have a few little things. I think what I'm going to do is, I have this number paper. I think this is a neat piece of paper, actually. I think I'm going to gut it because I'm going to put it behind the wood here and use these pieces, and maybe the back side of this is like words, so I may end up using that. I'm not sure. So, and then this here, I'm thinking about maybe I'll trim this, but kind of coming from here to there. And I love that this kind of matches that too. And then maybe I'll come down here, and I don't know if I want to make this be the photo mat maybe, because I don't know if I like the brown on the brown, but I could bring the newspaper behind it, and then it'd be kind of a double photo mat. I still have these rub-ons too. I may end up putting those on here. So let me do a little trimming, and I'll be back on in just a second when I figure out a little more. So this turned out pretty cute. I will tell you, with this counterfeit kit, I struggled a little bit because some of the papers were very warm, which if you look here, we got kind of this creamy yellow base on this number/newspaper paper. And then I had these cool blues, and then all my ephemeras and stuff tended to be on the cool side. So that combination kind of messed with me this month, if I'm honest. I enjoyed it, but I will tell you, it took some thought to try to balance everything. So I've gutted the little number paper and put the wood grain on top of it. And that gutted piece of that number paper I flipped over, and that's the newspaper part, or the book or whatever. And then I've cut down the little aqua color, and then the newspaper to kind of overlap here. I did, as I mentioned, use that brownish thing to do the photo mat. And because I'm kind of putting it over the blue and the cream, I think that looked good. I left the 2 photos attached. I actually printed that on my selfie with a white border. And so I think that looks pretty cute. I'm having to use this darn dot roller deal, which I do not love. So actually, I think I switched over here to the tape. Maybe I did on the blue one as well. I have to use the dot thingy in a couple other places, and it just really irritates me. I'm supposed to have my ATG refill here in a day and a half, so I'll just be a little patient and I'm trying to do some other things in my craft room. I actually put a whole bunch of layouts away. I had a huge stack. I had like 3 months worth. And if you guys watch my channel at all, you know I do quite a few layouts every month. So I probably had 100 layouts to put away, something like that. So I did do that today. And I was telling my daughter, I'm kind of ahead on my layout. So I think I'm going to go through and maybe build some little kits or something out of scraps or something like that. So we'll see what I do there. But, yeah, I used every bit of my counterfeit kit this month, so I'm kind of happy with that. Well, not like the ephemeras and stuff. There's a ton of these ephemeras in this 49 market set, but the papers I did, so I'm proud of that. So I decided to go ahead and put these rub-ons down here. I'm going to be honest, I'm not terribly true to the orientation of the words on some of it, because it's kind of like a little dictionary page with a little paint-looking stuff or something. It's not full-on pages, so it's not like you can read the words per se. So I'll put some over here on the right. And then the upper left, I'm going to add, that's where the title's going to end up going, and I'll add some there as well. This takes me just a second because I'm having to use this little dot. I'm like, okay, I need to organize this stuff here. So I'm going to fast with this just a little bit, but I'll end up putting a little more rub-ons in the upper left, and then I'll put a little bit on the lower left down there. I'm going to put some, make like basically a visual triangle with my embellishments, and you'll see that in just a minute. I'm kind of proud of how I used some tickets too. So I had brought into my counterfeit kit the 49 market. It's called, what is it called? I got the box right here. Ticket Essentials. And so there's like some tickets and different things, and I will end up using some of those. So I was kind of proud of using those too. I was kind of pleased I got into some of this stuff here. I'm not sure I would have normally. if I hadn't been, in my counterfeit kit here. So I'm picking out a few tickets. I'm going to kind of fast, like I said, and kind of lay things down and see if I like it, dry fit it, stuff like that. Actually, I may have already done that already. I kind of messed around a little bit off camera to see what I might enjoy. And this is kind of the part where I'm going to start gluing stuff down. So I've got a couple little tickets on the right-hand side. One of the ticket pieces is kind of blank on the back side, so I'm going to end up putting my journaling there. That's why I'm putting that on the right side there, and it's looking blank at the moment. But I will add one more little rub-on. It's actually one of the word ones that comes with this set. And then I'll add the little bit of writing that just kind of explains what's going on. I was kind of disappointed. I felt like my pen made me write scribbly. So I don't love the format of my handwriting at the end, but it's got the story on there, so we won't worry about it. Okay, so I'm gluing my photo down. And I think I'm going to start messing with, I don't think I glued that down just yet. Oh, the left-hand side over here. So I've got a couple more little tickets, and I've got that nice little flower. I have a floral on that little postcard-looking thing, so I think this is okay. I don't really have any other flowers. This isn't really a flower-type layout, you know what I mean? I didn't even go looking, truthfully. I could have found some cat stuff. Maybe I'll go, nah, I'm not going to mess with it. I might should have brought in some cat stuff, because you can see the little cat in the picture, and it's not a tuxedo cat like Oreo. It's a little black cat, which is more like Saturn, but it's still cute, and it kind of just identifies his little space. But yeah, like I said, he actually loves this thing. We were a little bit worried where the kids were. I figured he would figure it out because cats are cats. We first put it up there. He really didn't understand what to do. We kind of had to like set him on each step, and then like, until he got to the top. And then when his food was up there, he did like that, but it took him a minute. He actually was dropping down from the top initially, which we don't really want him doing that. I was like, no, go ahead and, take the steps down or whatever. It only took him like 2 or 3 days, and he figured it out, and now he's up and down, up and down. He climbs the little steps. He loves it. So here's on the upper left, here's where I'm going to kind of do this title. I've got photos. I did pull that out of it. I did not get that out of my counterfeit kit. I went looking. There was a couple of them in my counterfeit kit, but it was like sweet and hello and together. None of that made any sense for this. So I went looking, and I found one that says photos and another set of 49 Market little title bits. And it's kind of got a brown, so I figured this will work. Not sure if it's terribly expressive for the title or the content, but photos will do, you guys. Photos will do. So I'm going to put rub-on underneath this here, and then I'll add a little bit in the top. And I've got that little chipboard title. I'll have one more little thing that says wonderful. I think I fussed with that, though. I don't know if I've got it pulled out just yet. There's that piece, and then I'll put another little small bit up above. And I'm not using the whole rub-on. I've kind of cut this in part here. I'm going to set this down and do this, and then I'm going to decide I want to put it elsewhere too. Some of the word parts kind of got messed up, but that's okay. I didn't need it. So I think I bring it down to the bottom now, and I actually flip it upside down, which is why, I said I'm not really true to the orientation of the words, but you can't read them at all. So it's just going to go underneath the flower down there. I use Nuvo glue on the flower, by the way. And then I think I may add one more little baby bit of rub-on above my little journaling spot on the right-hand side. I think I had a little bit left on that little piece. And I thought, well, I can add it one more spot. So here I go over here. I'm just going to add it. I'm looking there, and I go, no, I'll just put it up on top of the little spot. I'm going to put the title, journaling spot. And then I'm looking at it, and I don't think I've glued down photos yet. I think I still have to do that. I'm messing with that stuff there. I think I use a little bit of Nuvo glue, and then I think I'm still looking for which piece I want. There's a couple of different options. I end up with wonderful. Some of them just didn't really make a lot of sense. I think there's like grateful heart I almost used. Maybe I should have actually, because I think the cat is grateful because the dogs don't get into his food anymore. But I think wonderful is fine. It kind of goes with it. And I have all good things on the little postcard piece. So that's going to kind of tie those two together. I'm also going to end up pulling a little heart and the ephemera stuff and putting it down the lower right. The little bit of ticket, I was trying to organize it. I fassed with it quite a bit vertically, but it had like a little dead end of the ticket showing, and I didn't really want that, so I'm going to end up bringing in my heart. You guys, I'm messing with my YouTube up there. I'm watching little videos, trying to keep up with some of these scrapbook. This month is always so hard because we have a ton of people that play along with this 30 Days of Sketches. If you imagine, I don't know if all 30 people play. I think they all do, but not every day. So that's a blessing, because if I'm trying to watch 30 times 30, that's 900 videos. No way, you guys. But not everybody plays every day, so that's okay. But just trying to watch them, and it's a challenge. I'm not going to lie. I don't have that many hours in the day. So you guys, it's once a quarter though, so you could definitely pace yourself. If you're just a watcher and not a player, you can certainly watch quite a few over the next, month or so. Here's me just kind of finishing up. Oh, I'm adding Enjoy. That's a rub-on. It's on the words part of the rub-ons. And then this little set of stuff here is from Maggie Holmes. It's old, but it was in my counterfeit kit. And it's got these little gold, like, pointy arrow looking things. And I thought, well, those would be cute to kind of point, into the layout. So I put some up above the title. I'll put some down underneath the journaling. And then I'll put a couple over there above the little chipboard flower. I like these. I may need to double check and make sure they stuck real good. Sometimes they have gotten old and I need to double check my adhesive, but they're offering a little bit of shine, a little bit of texture, bringing your eye into the photo of Mr. Oreo and his cat tree. And I use every one of those too. See, there's 9 of them, I think, and I use every one of them. I enjoyed this. And I think after that, I actually journal off camera, so I don't make you watch me do that, but it just says, the dogs kept getting into Oreo's food, so we got him a cat food tree. He loves it. And here is my layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know on today's day is the 30th. I think I'm going to have 3 videos because there's 2 30 days of sketches, and then there's this one. I don't know what order I'm posting these in, so this actually could be the very last video for the month of June 2025. So thank you so much if you have stuck with me all month. I greatly appreciate it. Say hello. Check out all the various playlists and things because I try to always make sure I'm, giving credit and offering those types of referrals. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.